people, Guna Mutley here, and in today's video, I'll be giving you the Arsenal versus Bournemouth post-match review and player ratings. So what an epic comeback it was by Arsenal, eh? I put out a little quick short on Saturday evening because I couldn't do a video, man. My emotions were too high. As if you've been following me, you would know that my nan, I put up back in December that my nan died, and her funeral was on the 14th of February. So it was still quite recently when we had to lay her to rest. And she's a lifelong Gooner, absolutely loved the club. So these moments like this, when we've come back to win the game 3-2, same thing happened with the Aston Villa game. It just really means a lot for me, and just very emotional. So I haven't done a video till today. And yeah, man, what an epic comeback! Bloody hell, man! 9 seconds in, Arsenal concede a goal by Billing. Yeah, I watched back the extended highlights just now before doing the video, and I heard when I was watching someone else's video last night, Harry Simeone actually, Chronicles of Iguana. Go check him out if you haven't already. Um, yeah, he saw a stat that three players of Bournemouth were in our half before the kickoff actually kicked off. And watching it back on because I was watching BBC iPlayer again, I just watched it back there. And yeah, you see it. They do. The actual goal scorer, Billing, runs into our half before the game's even kicked off. Well, obviously, it is what it is now, and the game's done. No point crying about silly things that's happened in it. We could cry about having 5 or 6 VAR decisions and not one of them going for us. But at the end of the day, we came back in an emphatic win, 1-3-2 at home. So we can just be all happy now. But yeah, so first half wasn't the greatest for us. We absolutely dominated the half after going 1-0 down. Just couldn't score the goal. And yeah, like I said, there was a few dodgy, well, not, I wouldn't say dodgy calls, but there was about 5 or 6 different VAR calls, multiple handballs, and not one of them went our way. So it was a bit of a mad night for the VAR. And yeah, so second half comes out, we go down 2-0 from a corner, very bad defending, and that's one thing I must say, we were poor defensively in this game. We dominated the game through passing, attacking third, like all that type of style of play. But yeah, the defensive, we kept getting caught on the break. There was a few times where Ramsdale made great saves for us. He kept us in it at 1-0 in the first half. I have to make that out before I go on to the second half. What a fantastic save that was by him. Really kept us in it. And I can think of at least 4 or 5 times they broke on us. So yeah, the same thing happened in the Everton game. They had a few chances and we could have conceded. So we're leaking fair few chances at home when we shouldn't really be trying to play like that, man. But I'm not going to complain. Like I said, we've won. That's the main thing. Ramsdale made another save in the second half with his foot from Solanke, I think it is how you say his name. And yeah, he kept us in the game there. That again, that could have been another goal. But yeah, we can see from the corner, and then I'm sat there thinking, wow, what are we gonna do now? But I never had this feeling like we couldn't come back. I didn't think maybe we'd win, but with half an hour to go at home, the way we were playing, it was just a matter of time before we would score, I felt. So yeah, man, great comeback. What a fantastic way to come back as well. So yeah, Arteta made some subs in the second half. He brought off White, and obviously he had to make the Trossard sub for ESR because he was injured in the 22nd minute. So ESR was quite poor in the game, I'll be honest. He was just under the tempo of the pace of the game. He couldn't keep up. But one thing I will give him the credit for is on the corner for the first goal with Partey, he sort of sits deep and doesn't go in, and the ball drops to him. He's in a perfect position to knock it straight back into the box for a goal. So at least he got an assist. That's the main thing as well. So then, yeah, so he takes off ESR and brings on Nelson with 20 minutes to go after that first goal. What did we score in the 60 something minute? The 58, wasn't it? 60, 68 or something like that. But yeah, man, like 62 and 70 it was 62 and 70. But yeah, great comeback. Nelson put in a fantastic performance in from the sub bench, getting an assist and a goal. 97th minute winner. And we literally dominated the game. Going on to some of the stats, we had 31 shots, 9 on target, 81% possession, 740 passes, 68 pass accuracy. We had like 17 corners or something like that. They had one and they scored from their one, which is crazy. They had 4 shots, 4 on target, 19% possession, and 184 passes. It's just craziness. How we made that game so hard for ourselves, I don't know. But yeah, let's go on to the player ratings. So Ramsdale, I'm gonna give a 7. Even though we conceded 2 goals, he made 2 fantastic saves and kept us in the game. Uh, I'm gonna give a 5 to Tommy Arsu. Well, I don't really want to mark him under because we won, but he was poor in the game. Just put it like that. Saliba and Gabriel both were solid, but conceded 2 goals. So I'm gonna give them 6.5s. I'm gonna give Zinny a 7. I think he was influential in some of our play and he bossed the midfield for us at points. I'm gonna give Partey a 7.5. He got a goal and he played well and he was influential. His little dribble, he kept the ball around 4 of the Bournemouth players and ended up passing the ball out to Nelson, and then Nelson puts the ball into the box for White to score his goal. So yeah, he was influential in that build up to the play. So I'm gonna give him a 7.5. Martin Odegaard, although he wasn't at his best, I'm gonna give him a 7 because he just kept it ticking. Vieira, I'm gonna give a 6.5. He wasn't that great. He had some patches in the game where he played well, but he wasn't overall great. Trossard, you can't really give. I'm gonna give him a 6 because he got injured early. He kept the ball a few times when we had the ball. I remember him when he was surrounded by players. He kept the ball quite well a few times before he came off. So I'll give him a 6. Martinelli wasn't at his best. I'll give him a 6.5. Saka, I think, was slightly a bit better than Martinelli, but wasn't great either. So I'm just going to give him a 7. Um, ESR comes on. He gets the assist, but wasn't great. So I give him a 6.5 because he got the assist. Ben White, he's gonna come on and get an 8 because I think he was great from when he come on. Absolutely kept bombarding down the right hand side, got the goal, and you can see the difference in Tommy Arsenal and Ben White at the moment. And I think everyone was quite surprised that Tommy Arsu and Vieira were in the starting lineup in the first place. I think Xhaka comes on with not enough time, really. I think it wasn't that. I'll give him a 6. He didn't do anything wrong or bad. He just came on, I think, maybe 10 minutes to go or something like that. I can't remember the exact time. And then my man of the match, who I'm going to give a 10 out of 10 because he gets a goal and assist. And for the 20 minutes he came on the field, was absolutely the best player on the field. And that's Reiss Nelson. Absolutely fantastic performance from Reiss. Absolute belter of a goal on his left hand side. And what a great performance from Arsenal. I'm going to give Arteta I'll give him an 8 because I think his starting lineup was a bit dodgy, but he made the sub at half time and brought Ben White on. And then when he could see that ESR was struggling in the game, he then decided to bring on Nelson, and then Nelson's influential in winning us the game. Ben White scores as well, so both subs key plays in the game. Even ESR got an assist, so yeah, you could call it a good call on all fronts, really. Give ESR some time on the field because that was his first proper game back since last year. So yeah, man. Just thanks for all the love and support, guys. Channel's doing great. Check out my Twitter, Insta, and TikTok. The links are in the bio. Until the next time, this is Bruno Mutley, the YouTube correspondent, signing off. Come on, you Gunners.